Dr. Lisa, I like to ask my guests a couple questions, and I got a bonus question for you because you're a
Okay.
divorcee. So my
Okay.
first two questions is, if you had a time machine and you can go back in time, what's the one thing you would do differently?
Mm, gosh, so many things, so many things. I think probably the one thing that I wish I had done differently is not put other people's happiness before myself, before mine. I spent a lot of my life trying to not only appease people, but just not to hurt people's feelings and just trying to be the kind, quiet people pleaser. And I think that suppresses you from, while it's can feel selfless, it also suppresses you from being who you really are and learning to speak your own mind. Thankfully, I've learned to do that before it's too late. But that is definitely one thing that looking back, I wonder how life would have been if I had just lived for myself.
Gosh, that really resonates with me, and because that's what I deal with, with helping my clients, and also I've gone through it on my own, not having boundaries because we don't want to rock the boat, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and we have been conditioned and programmed, and we don't even know if it's from this lifetime or other lifetimes. So I'm so happy that you brought that up, and I'm so happy that you found your way, because we need your light. And when we're suppressing ourselves, we can't show up in the best way. We can't show up in
Mm-hmm.
our, authentic power, and especially as a, divine feminine. Like, things are shifting these days, and
Mm-hmm.
we're going through that. It's the age of Aquarius. We're moving into the feminine energy, and I'm so happy you pointed that out, and that makes me so happy for you.
Thank you.
Next question. While you're in that time machine,
Okay.
what's the one piece of advice that you would tell your younger self?
I would, gosh, I would tell myself not to take advantage of my physical body and to have gratitude for it. I totally took it for granted. I mean, just ran myself into the ground, not we just don't realize that, oh, I actually am doing things that are impacting my physical health on an internal level. And if we would just show our bodies the gratitude and the love that they deserve, it would all connect so much better. The physical, the mental, our goals. So
Everything.
that's one piece of advice I would have, is just to have gratitude for your physical self.
I love that. And again, on the metaphysical level too. And also, science is waking up to this fact. Like, there's, physicists,
Hmm.
metaphysicists, astrophysicists that's learning about all these things, and they're now shedding light on it, that our cells, I mean, it's always listening to our every thought, our every words, especially
Hmm.
speaking out loud is casting a spell. That's why they call it spelling. And so
Hmm.
I'm right there with you about not, being kind to our bodies back then and taking it for granted. Same thing happened to me with body dysmorphia. And
Hmm.
I remember my sister, she would always tell me when I would pick up myself out loud, say that I wish you could see yourself for what you really look like. And looking back,
Hmm.
like, what the hell was I thinking or doing or
Hmm.
I was at my fittest. But when our lenses are broken and we're so
Hmm.
disconnected from ourselves, we cannot see straight. And I'm seeing that in young people these days. And if
Hmm.
you have kids, especially if you have daughters, please be careful and be mindful of
Hmm.
what you're saying about yourself in front of them, because they're always
Hmm.
listening. If you're telling yourself, "Oh, I should, "Ugh, I can't eat this right now because I just got on the scale." Just minor things, little things that you don't think that they're picking up on, believe me, they are.
Hmm.
So I have
Talking
both.
about yourself bad in pictures.
Oh, every
I have to fight so hard to be like, oh, I look horrible. And I'm just like, don't say that.
right.
I have two girls. And so I'm like, don't say that.
Yes, and first of all, please catch the YouTube so you could see Dr. Lisa. She looks like a model. But, anyway, or
Yeah.
go on her Instagram. But yes, but
Thank you.
see, it's about how we feel about ourselves. We're like
Hmm.
the hardest critic, our lenses, because we've been conditioned and told, and also everything in society telling us what beauty is, which looks like freaking plastic now. Doesn't it look like plastic?
Mhm.
Everyone looks the same. Everyone
Mhm.
looks the same. They're like going to the same doctors. I don't know, but it's like beauty is just being, your, I guess, yourself. And if there is
Mhm.
something that makes you unhappy and surgery is it for you, please go for it if that's what makes you
Sure.
happy. Not, you're not hurting anyone. But I'm just saying, like, I honor women, and I get so emotional about this because I was there, did not see myself.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
it's like, damn, I wish I loved myself a little more, because we can
Mhm.
never turn back the hands of time. We can't.
No. No.
We don't know in the next second what it holds. We don't have a crystal ball. Like, what if that last thought you had is you beating yourself up for nothing? Like, oh,
Mhm.
I suck because, I don't look a certain way. Oh, I suck because, I didn't, yeah, this guy didn't call me back. It
Mhm.
doesn't matter. It doesn't
Right.
matter. So, thank you. This is so deep. And oh, I'm always fighting back tears, I feel like, when I'm talking to
Oh.
my guests. So it's just like really insightful, empowering conversation. And thank you
Yeah.
for that. I'm gonna I'm gonna change it up, and you're gonna be
Okay.